The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into...
Cruyff! A real chance and a real let-off.
Cruyff clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Gerrard stood his ground strongly. Oh, that's fabulous. Looking for a corner. And we have our very first corner. Oh, well played, well played. Nice are looking to go forward now. Pirlo proves too strong.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Akanji cuts it out. Oh, easy pickings there. Pass is just off target. Now that's well seen too. And this is Ibrahimovic. Cruyff. And he's been shifted off it.
Cruyff clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
He intercepts the throw. That's well read. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Roberto Baggio just eases him off the ball. Baggio showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Akanji cuts out the pass. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's well spotted. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Darwin. That's an imaginative pass. Marcelo gets over and intercepts. Tries to pass it through. And that is out of play. Thuram. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Baggio. Great ball if he can get there. Can he finish? Goal! Nice! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Nice have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Thuram is having a shot! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Oh, Red, nice interception. And here's Cruyff. Looking for the run.
Leeds always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
And he's had it nicked away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Looking for a runner. Baggio has it out wide and in space. There's the header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
That has not gone well. Aims beyond the defence. And he's whipped it across. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Out towards the flank. And they've got a throw.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
It's a quick ball upfield. And that is the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Leeds get the second half going.
Nice are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Chiellini promptly onto that, and that is that. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Neatly clipped into space. Kajolu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That's gone for a throw-in. Nice bit of trickery. Olise. Cross goes in there. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Ibrahimovic. And vicious ball here. Stojkovic is flagged offside. Knocks it into space. He's picked his way through. Cleared away. Oh, he's having a go! That's tidy. Marcelo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Stojkovic! It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Marcelo. Thuram receives it in a good position here. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Leeds have their second corner now. Goes without saying, that was poor. Roberto Baggio, who can single-handedly make a difference. Desai. It's Pirlo. And it's Stojkovic. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, good spread. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Baggio. Gets a good foot in there. Chouameni. Oh, he's found support out wide. And it's made its way to him. And that is not getting there. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Stojkovic. Nicely spread. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get it through? Baggio wants to run onto this. He's had it taken off him. And they've got rid. Now it's Roberto Baggio.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now, can they get him away? Threads one in. Looking to play him in. That looks a cracking ball. It is a corner, good chance.
Changement pour Nice. Le numéro 18.
So, third corner of the game.
Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 21. Le numéro 20. Le numéro 10. Le numéro
A header!
À leur place, le numéro 22.
Nice
Bale.
have the chance to go the other way.
Luis Suarez. Le numéro 7.
Still anyone's
Cristiano
game this.
Ronaldo.
One moment could decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And here's Elise. He is through. And the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again. Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for options for movement. It's a promising position. Swings it across. That's a good cross in and a good clearance out.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the
Temps
draw now.
additionnel, 3 minutes.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. He's having a hit! And that is as much as we have time for. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. That's a nicely shaped ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Can he finish? And one more try! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Nice are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Referee's given a throw. Skims one in. Beckenbauer clears without hesitation. Chance, surely! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Can he get on the end of this? Knocks it into space. Chance for a shot! Vinicius Junior.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ambitious ball here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vinicius Junior. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pinches it off him. Thuram. Can he get it through? Now it's Cruyff. Stojkovic. Now, can they get him away? Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Nice are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Vinicius Junior. He's shifting through the gears here. It's a pretty loose pass. Threads one in. And that was very necessary. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Good ball, good take. Shoots! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Vinicius Junior is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Kaká showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Kaká. Tries to pass it through. Hakimi. For Rice. Kaká. Driving forward. Steaming on goalwards. And he shoots! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Thuram. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Bale. Chips it through. Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Kaká. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Bale. Gabriel cuts it out. Roberto Carlos. And it's Kaká. Marcelo. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ball is over the line. Ah, such a clever touch. Cross to the back post. It's gone out for a throw-in. Cross into the box. That's a decent clearance. Vinicius Junior. He's on it, can he get away? Searching pass he's played there. Cruyff. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And the counter is on. It's a really well-measured ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Pirlo could move up a gear here. Now it's Bale. Tries to play it through. Cruyff. And it's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Nice finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Not the most accurate pass. Kaká. Haaland. And the finish! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of...
Tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Big chance! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Desai wins the duel this time. That has been cut short. No way through there. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cruyff is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well-timed, excellent interception. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, this looks sharp, and he was alert to it. Rice, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Vinicius Junior. And it's Stojkovic. That's an excellent interception. And this is Bale. They're back in possession and ready to go. Stojkovic! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Changement.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Stojkovic. Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Roberto Carlos, the man synonymous with solidity. That is a great pick out. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nicely shaped ball. Makaleli, that's an imaginative pass. Oh, well played. Griezmann. This is a promising build-up. Thuram spots it and intercepts.
Boca Juniors have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
No, that's been intercepted. Looking for options for movement. Oh, shooting chance! And there's a goal! Back to within one! Interesting! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Bale demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Nice cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And here's Owen. Makaleli cuts out the pass.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, that's fabulous. Great vision. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. And here's Owen. Now it's Bale. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
Nice really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Salah. Oh, that's nice. It's Salah! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Changement pour Nice. Le numéro 22.
Nice
Bale.
are able now to make their
10.
substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
18.
So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Yeah. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Probing pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's that. Nice can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Nice lost their way after falling behind early. Their concentration was weakened and their character, and that's cause for address.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very much on the way now. And here's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. Xavi with the delivery. And it's claimed by the keeper. Well read, nice interception. Gives it back. Looking for the run. Oh, shooting chance! Johan Cruyff, unequalled in the history of our beautiful game.
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So, a breakthrough already. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Xavi. It's played through for him. He's found the way through. And Cruyff! Goal! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Borussia Dortmund are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Cruyff. And it's Xavi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Spread out to the left. And the ball is out of play. Nicely weighted ball. And that should get the job done. Roberto Carlos goes short. There's the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Mikel Merino tries to clear. Oh, that is a... And the shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Makelele certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Alexander-Arnold. Bergkamp. Serginho. And the finish! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this is Cruyff. Cruyff! Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Pass somewhat off target. Threads one in. Cruyff. And Cruyff! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Roberto Carlos with the short one. Van Dijk getting this one clear. And this is Bale. Bale! Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it. They've played it short. Tries a shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. Cruyff has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his...
And the shot! Good effort! Harmlessly behind.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
Alexander-Arnold. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Makalele did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. This is a promising build-up. Probing pass. Marino. Beckenbauer is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Roberto Carlos. And it's Xavi. Here's Makalele. It's a really well-measured ball. Looking for options for movement.
Has been indicated.
Oh, that's neat.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Xavi. And he's in on goal. And the referee has blown for half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Borussia Dortmund are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. The second period is on the way. And this is Ibrahimovic. And here's Cruyff. Roberto Carlos finding himself in space. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Kovacic. Serginho. Hazard. That's a good run down the left. Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. It's out for a goal kick. Thuram. Baresi is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Ibrahimovic running with the ball. Now it's Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Kovacic does well to get it back. Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mateus.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, he's having a go! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution.
Borussia Dortmund choosing to make the first change. Messi joining us now, a player, of course, who needs no introduction. Merino! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Tries to pass it through. Cruyff has it out wide and in space. Cruyff under intense pressure.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. And he welcomes it in. And he's being shifted off it. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Not the most accurate pass. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Mateus, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Baresi. Beckenbauer. Roberto Carlos. Makaleli. Messi chasing after it. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Cruyff. Makaleli. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that's well spotted. Just about up to 75 minutes. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Number 11, Hazard. Coming on the field is number 22, Ribery.
And it's played forward. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Ribery. Messi. Oh, this is a very good run. And Messi! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
And they've got rid. A temporary retreat here.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. That is good alertness. And it's Marino. Now it's Mbappe. Out towards the flank. Serginho. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. Goes for a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Manchester United making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Number 9, Messi. Number 20,
Baresi. And it's gone back to the keeper, Buffon, the great organiser of defence. For Xavi. Cruyff conjures time and space where few can. And it's Roberto Carlos. Kovacic does well not to be outdone there. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Borussia Dortmund are looking to break at pace. Now, can they get him away? Cruyff. Great chance! And another try! Bergkamp.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Alexander-Arnold. And Kovacic. Van Dijk. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that's that. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Cruyff claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Have your entry tickets at hand as
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It's a good-looking delivery.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Aims beyond the defence. Crosses it in. Oh, good effort! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Mbappe is herring after that one. Bale. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nice interception, well timed. Tacho gets it clear. Into the channel.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Getting up there! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Now it's Rice. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's being urged to Yamal! Schneider with the short one. Bergkamp crosses. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Opts for safety. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Searching pass he's played there. And he's gone looking for safety. Can he get it through? Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's a sharp pass. Now that's well seen too. Borussia Dortmund very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Here comes, he's rising! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Pinches it off him. Thuram. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Played into space. And he's heaved it away. Schneider. Now it's Bergkamp. Now it's Mbappe. Pacho. Borussia Dortmund
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Schneider. And it's Rice. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Kane. Oh, that's clever. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Now, what about a counter-attack? Neither of these two want to come off second best. Good ball, good take. It's Ibrahimovic! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Ibrahimovic. Yamal. Rice.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's had it taken off him. Makalele with a definite foul there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bale, who is rarely short on confidence. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's charged, surely! It's bounced back off the post. And he can thump it away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Knocks it into space. And this is Kane. Oh, it's Bergkamp. He's having a hit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bergkamp is offering a Rice smile there.
That's a cute ball. Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Bale. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Cruyff. He's picked his way through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And he shoots! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And a neat finish! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And for the first half, that is that.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in the second half, Peter, with control already established.
Borussia Dortmund looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
Away we go again. Bergkamp. Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries a measured ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
That's going in strongly.
And here's Bergkamp. Bergkamp going face-to-face with his great rival. Al-Amri. And it's Sneijder. Now that looks a decent ball. Deftly away. Back in possession and ready to go again. And Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's a corner kick. Schlosser! He will be livid with himself. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff! Off the post! Oh, there's a probing ball. Can he spark a counter here? Borussia Dortmund are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape.
Real chance! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Johan Cruyff! Johan Cruyff!
"3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Bale is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Nicely weighted ball. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, he's been caught on it here.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Ibrahimovic under intense pressure.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
And he's intervened well there. Pacho. Rice. Makaleli.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Great vision. And he should have made it 4.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And it's been taken short. Tries to play it through. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. Borussia Dortmund can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Messi to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message,
Coming
Peter.
on to replace him is number 20, Messi.
Mateus, never out of the action for very long. That's been slipped through. Oh, crap. It's Kane! No, he's missed it.
Borussia Dortmund are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Cruyff. That's an excellent interception. Mbappe.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Schneider. 75 minutes played. Always onto this. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And here's Bergkamp. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. He slings it in. And it's hoisted clear. Mateus. Makaleli. Can he get on the end of this? And a chance! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Substitutions taking place.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Pass somewhat off target. Borussia Dortmund are coasting towards victory. And it's Cruyff. Roberto Carlos, a picture of focus and alertness. Oh, good climb! Just needed better contact. Defending was strong and firm. Baresi. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's picked it up out wide. Takes a shot!
Substitution.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Played in by Roberto Carlos.
4 added minutes has been
That has
indicated.
been knocked clear.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Cruyff. Nicely spread. And he welcomes it in. And this is Messi. And it's pulled back. Tacho can get it clear. Al-Amri. And the referee brings it to a close. Borussia Dortmund can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Cruyff claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then.
I think we can look forward to another striking masterclass from Van Basten here, Peter.
Well, many have cited him as the greatest striker of all time, but what in your eyes made him that, Jim?
Well, in a word, everything, Peter. He had it all. Pace, power, technique, vision, dribbling, strength in the air. He's a cut above the rest in all departments, and brilliant imagination.
And the shots! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So, a breakthrough already. It's a pretty loose pass. And the through ball. Bale. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Aimed beyond the defence. Good ball, good take. The ball has bounced loose now. Xavi clears without hesitation. And that's another throw. Shevchenko. Great chance! And that is wildly off target.
Shevchenko probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Roberto Carlos. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And here's Yamal. Caceres picks it up out wide. And instinctive... He's rising! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! That is good alertness.
Borussia Dortmund are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Pacho. And they're back on the ball again. Good big chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, Dogged defence on the other. Shevchenko. It's Saka. Shevchenko. Baresi. Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And no, he's seen through all of that. Van Bommel. And it's Serginho. Saka. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now, what about a counter-attack? Beckenbauer can so cleverly bypass the press. Makaleli. Saka makes the interception. Serginho, he has found the way through. And he can thump it away.
Borussia Dortmund can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Bale carries the ball down the right. Romero. And it's Olmo. Van Bommel. Serginho in acres of space out wide. And he's taking no chances there. Makaleli. Cruyff.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's nice. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Van Bommel. Now Romero.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Shevchenko dominates aerially so often. And this is Van Basten. Serginho. Can he get on the end of this? Has to go back here. And the whistle goes for half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Borussia Dortmund leading by one at the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Borussia Dortmund have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
And we get things going again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And he's picked it up out wide. Referee has just said play on. Mateus. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Xavi. Mateus, given the lift of his goal. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Spread out to the left. Well, they've got plenty back, they can deal with that. And he gets rid in a hurry. Yamal. Oh, it's Van Basten. Played out to the left flank. Makaleli. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Borussia Dortmund are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Engages and forces him off the ball. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Mateus was in no mood for any of that. Bale has it in a wide position, and that's played in low. And they've got rid. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ibrahimovic. That has ended up in no man's land. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this. Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Roberto Carlos goes short. Borussia Dortmund given another corner.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Mateus, never out of the action for very long. Xavi. Neither of these two want a towering header. Well taken goal. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Borussia Dortmund are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Incoming delivery. And the shot's on here. And he's cut it out. Xavi. Bale, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Into the last quarter of an hour. Ambitious ball here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Messi coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Coming on to replace him is number 20, Messi. Substitutions taking place.
And it's Serginho. And it's De Bruyne. That's a cute ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Romero plays it long. Thuram. And Mateus. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Xavi, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Mateus. Threads one in. And the shot! Disappearing out of sight. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Number 18.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Messi coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Substitution.
A case now of complete control. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Not the most accurate pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, that's a key interception. And he's there to belt it away. Van Bommel. Saka. And it's De Bruyne. Messi. Mateus.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Somewhat off target. Saka. Serginho. And here's Musiala. And this is De Bruyne. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. It's a goal kick. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Ibrahimovic claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it,
We are glad
and
to
they did.
inform you that today's match day programs
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good
They will
evening.
make fine souvenirs.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then. Bale! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Tries to get it clear. They get a throw in. In towards the back. Oh, great leap! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So, a breakthrough already. Played out towards the right wing. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Hullet. Mateus. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Cruyff. Can he get it through? Xavi going face-to-face with his great rival. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Yamal carries the ball down the right, and he plays one through.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And it's Neymar. Rooney. Now it's Yamal. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. It's a good look. Oh, good effort! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Lamine Yamal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Thuram is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Xavi makes a dash for it. Roberto Carlos. Makaleli. And here's Roberto Carlos. And that was very necessary. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? They've played it short. Quick look, then plays it in. And he's taking no chances there. Bahia have the chance to go the other way. And this is Hullet. And here's Cruyff. He's got away. No way through. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And the ball is out of play. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Roberto Carlos. Beckenbauer. Makaleli. Quality ball. Mateus. Xavi. Tries to pass it through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Alexander-Arnold. 30 minutes gone. Now it's Yamal. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Makaleli. And it's Cruyff. Roberto Carlos. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Makaleli. Out towards the flank. Great pressure, plenty of it. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Great chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. Roberto Carlos plays it short. He slings it. Terrific effort! Oh, off the bar! That has been knocked clear. Cleared away. And here's Bale. Oh, such a clever touch. Delivers the towering header. And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Rijkaard. And Fernandez. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
That'll be a throw-in. That is good strength. He has a... It's Rooney! Xavi. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Borussia Dortmund go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Borussia Dortmund are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Borussia Dortmund can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Oh, super ball! Neymar. Now it's Rooney. And it's Neymar. Serginho. Now it's Hullet. Rijkaard. It's a really well-measured ball. Yamal. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Hullet with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Makaleli. Cruyff can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Roberto Carlos. That ball looks a good one. And he's straight offside. Borussia Dortmund just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as...
Can he finish? Cruyff gets flagged offside. It's gone out for a throw-in. Ibrahimovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Xavi! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Alexander-Arnold. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things.
And the shot!
Bahia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Looking for a runner. Buffon getting this one clear. And here's Yamal. Beckenbauer proves too strong, too smart. Mateus, never out of the action for very long. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cannavaro. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Muscular approach does pay off here. Mateus. And here's Ibrahimovic. He's found some space. That's a lovely, neat pass. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Serginho. That's Rijkaard. Nicely spread. Yamal. And this is Neymar.
Bahia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Cannavaro. Rijkaard. And he's gone searching crossfield. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Fernandez gets into a good position. Yamal! So close to drawing level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Not the most convincing of passes. That's a cute ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Beckenbauer. Borussia Dortmund clearly now in lead preservation mode. Borussia Dortmund close now to seeing this one through to the end. And it's Xavi. Played out to the left flank. An instinctive delivery.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Now it's Hullet. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Borussia Dortmund have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Ibrahimovic claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, I'm sure this wasn't in the game plan, the idea of defending a 1-0 lead, Peter, from before the break.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
Been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. It's him!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come... Oh, good climb! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
It's gone for a throw-in. And that has left him in a heap. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Luis Suarez. It's Pirlo. Vieira. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Great vision. Guardiola. And it's Rijkaard. It's Roberto Carlos. And it's Drogba. Now it's Batistuta. Messi. That's a corner kick. It's their second corner of the game. Messi plays it short. Messi. Nice are looking to go forward now. And this is Ronaldo.
Nice really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now, you could see them lose it.
Goes for a shot! Goal! Nice are level. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Nice restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Drogba. And it's Alexander-Arnold. That's good defending, very good defending. And now they can spring out of defence. He has found the way through. Cristiano Ronaldo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Towering header! Oh, crossbar! He doesn't look too happy with that. Nice have their second corner now. He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Nice have their third corner. India have the chance to go the other way. Drogba. Kane is in a really good position out wide. Oh, he's been caught on it here! It's Roberto Carlos! He's done very well to get to that.
Carlos actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Drogba. That'll be a throw. And it's Drogba. Some really good ball movement. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Zanetti can so cleverly bypass the press. India are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Kane.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, can they get him away? That's beautifully weighted. Oh, well played, well played.
Cruyff clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Ball looks a good one. Danielson has it out wide and in space. And that was very necessary. Ronaldo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. He's got away, and he just shot a goal! Off the post! No, just not quite.
I think his reaction says everything there, Peter. Just a fraction inside. That's all he needed to be.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Kane. Roberto Carlos. This is a promising build-up. He's looking wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitution.
And so we're off again. Looking for options for movement. Messi has it in a wide position. And a chance! Superb goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And here's Drogba. He won't be happy with that one. That's a cute ball. No way through. Now it's Cruyff. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, truly brave defending.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
It's a pretty loose pass. So, can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. That's where it came from. Alexander-Arnold finding himself in space. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. And this is Messi. Good ball. Chance! It's bounced back off the post. And this is Kane. Backward it goes. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, super ball. And that is well cleared. Oh, he's having a go!
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Drogba touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Messi! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Space for him to turn and look. He's picked his way through. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Nice really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain.
Can he finish? Only... Oh, what has happened here? Played out wide. And it's Alexander-Arnold. There's a searching pass. So no flag here. Nicely spread. It is a corner.
Substitutions taking place.
They're up to 5 corners now. Messi with the short one. Shoots! And that would have been game, set and match.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown. India clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And the shot! And yes, it's there! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Decent chance! And he hits the net! And they're back in front! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, didn't catch it right.
Kane clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Messi goes short. It's Batistuta. He's having a shot!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Now it's Drogba. Cruyff. Can he get on the end of this? Pass is just off target. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rijkaard. Danielson.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Beckenbauer. Quality ball. Into stoppage time. Very little left on it. Searching pass he's played there. That's a throw. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that will be the final act. Nice were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort